if anybody remembers the Ton blockchain and the whole story about it, something new and interesting happened today. For those who don't remember what it is, Ton is a brainchild of Telegram, crypto's favorite messenger, and Telegram once wanted to launch its blockchain and cryptocurrency, but the SEC weighed in pretty quickly, sued Telegram and forced it to abandon the project. However, Telegram never completely gave up on it, it seems, and when one of the developers community picked it up and launched it on their own, Pavel Durov, CEO of Telegram, endorsed it, and now the Ton functionality is even partially integrated into the Telegram Messenger. So what happened today, the developers roll out a voting mechanism, a community voting mechanism for Ton token holders. So now, people who are holding these tokens can vote on policy proposals. Actually, the first voting already happened in the middle of February, but only for validators. Ton validators were voting to freeze the about 200 inactive wallets on the Ton blockchain. To give probably the token value a boost. And now ordinary users can vote on policy proposals too. The price didn't quite react on this news, but the volume of Ton increased by 98%, which, given Ton's small size, amounted to 40 million tokens. I wonder, I've been following the Ton project for a long time at some point, but I wonder if anybody else in this room, paid any attention to this news or think it's interesting. Well, what do you think?
Oh yeah, I gotta give Telegram some love. Just like you said, Anna, it's like the crypto native messenger application, and why not throw a blockchain and a token on top of it? Of course, we've talked about this project a few times in the past. It's always been around how it's integrated with Telegram, or if it's not integrated with Telegram. A lot of people want to see a native token with Telegram, so I'm able to send value and not just messages along with Telegram. That hasn't really come about yet because there's been a dissociation or a delineation between Telegram and the Ton blockchain. Why? Because the SEC basically came along a few years ago and said, you can't have both here. You can't have value and send messages at the same time. So they split that up, and ever since there's been this open source community building the Ton blockchain, TON. Of course, from like a price standpoint, we haven't really seen anything. We don't talk about prices too much on the show. We'll have to get Wendy's opinion on this in a second. There's a lot of volume here, which is probably like a good indicator, right? Like that more people are swapping these tokens. There's probably a lot more interest in having this token because there's going to be some sort of governance scheme coming to the blockchain. But for right now, price isn't that hot, and just what it is. It's kind of surprising it's actually not very hot because Bitcoin's been doing pretty well lately. Wendy, throw it up to you to get some price talk here.
Well, I'm actually excited that we have a valid utility. Well, I don't even know if it's a valid utility because I am not the SEC, but it is good that we're seeing a little bit of volume surge when it comes to this project because volume is important. If you don't have volume, then there's not good things looking, or the chart won't look that great. But I think this is positive. I think it's good, and I'm excited that the project is still alive and kicking. I do remember way back when, do you guys remember the Kik lawsuit? The messaging app that was kind of similar to Telegram, but it wasn't. And the interesting thing about that is I remember finishing my bachelor's in business, and one of the professors I have, they forced us to use Kik for communication, which I thought it was the weirdest thing ever because I was in crypto at that time, and I'm like, what actually is this? So I'm glad to see that the SEC didn't stifle this project. People do use Telegram, so it's good to see that their token is getting some volume, and hopefully people can get some nice gains. However, Bitcoin is having a little bit of trouble breaking above 25,000, I believe. Didn't get a chance to look at the chart this morning, but hopefully people are able to make some nice gains and use this utility token for good. Zach?
It's the open network. That one's new to me. It used to be called the Telegram Open Network, but now it's the Open Network, further removing itself from Telegram and its involvement. So when you said there, Telegram has nothing to do with this, even though they initially developed this blockchain and this code. Nothing, wink, wink, nothing, even though one of the main wallets is native to Telegram. So there are sorts of cool functionality within Telegram where this makes it a bit more seamless. Anna, of course I remember editing all your Ton coverage back in the day. And the Kick and Kin story, me and Will know that all too well. But it is some good stuff to see this finally sort of hit its stride, right? This was the dream, messenger native payments. And we saw it with Signal, we saw it with Telegram, we saw it with Facebook. And now this one is out here. They had to kind of backdoor their way in to get around that big time SEC violation. But now they are here and there's some price pumping. It's crazy to see. But got to give Anna the last word because she has indeed been following this for like 5 years. So Anna, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm I've been like the Ton project initially was super ambitious. It was, Telegram basically said, we're going to make, the best cryptocurrency. We're going to take the best of all cryptos and build, like the ultimate one, the most sophisticated, the most functional blockchain. And then it just all kind of ended. And then they were like, all these back channel, movements. But now you can see that even though the network launched, like today we saw the 98 increase in volume, which only brought Ton to $40 million. And this just shows you how much, the public figures and, the, known authorities in crypto has, how much weight, how much importance they have. Because if, I could bet that if Telegram still had that direct relationship to Ton as it used, like the numbers would be absolutely different. Like if there was, like Pavel Durov's coin, the volume would be, I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong, but I think it would be doing much better with that direct affiliation with Telegram. Which, it's funny, maybe except Bitcoin, for any other blockchain, known celebrities, figures, and, well-known people involvement is very important for the traction.
I wanted to just chime in really quickly. I'm looking at CoinGecko right now, and I believe that Ton is currently ranked number 24 for market cap.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Price isn't looking too terribly sexy, but that's good. It's pretty good. 24,
okay.
Fantastic.
I'm following him.